Okay, this is a quick tutorial for Luminous Drums to help you get started. You do not have to read the manual for the sampler plugin. Everything you need is in the Luminous Drums manual, and it's actually very easy to use. So we're going to do this in Reaper. First, create a new track, click the FX, select the sampler plugin, TX16WX. You're going to be using the free version. You don't need the professional features for this. Now you build the multi-channel output, and the procedure is different depending on your DAW. And it gives you 12 stereo outputs, and they are assigned as follows: kick, kick, room, snare, snare, room, tom 1, tom 2, tom 3, tom 4, toms, room, hi-hat, ride, and all the rest of the cymbals. Okay, now you go to the Luminous Drums folder on which you've extracted to your hard drive, grab Performance Template. That's a performance file. Drag it onto the sampler. This gives you all the program slots with the correct output routing so that everything goes where it's supposed to. Now you go to the Programs subfolder, or Program 16 if you're on a slower computer. So I'm doing this on a 12-year-old computer. It's a little bit slow. If you're on a newer computer, it should be very quick. So everything's alphabetized. We press K to go to the kicks. All these abbreviations are explained in the manual. So we select a kick, drag it onto the program slot. Takes just a few seconds. So we select this, go to the snare drums, select the snare, drag it onto the program slot. You can also grab the corresponding rim shot and drag it onto the snare 2 slot, and then you'll need to set snare 2 to a different channel so you can switch between them. Okay, and then go to the toms, drag it onto the tom slot, and then you'll do the hi-hat, the ride, which includes ride, bell, side of the stick, and ride crash, and then you'll do crash high, crash low, China, and splash. Okay, we're not going to do the rest. That takes too long, but let's just confirm real quick that it worked correctly. So on this track up here, we insert a MIDI track. We're going to load the file with all the names. That's only for Reaper. And we just confirm that everything has been loaded. So I didn't load any cymbals yet. Okay, and then here's how you adjust the sounds. I'm going to open the sampler plugin again. Okay, well, just like for kicks, for example, you press groups. There's one for close, one for room. So if you want to change the tuning, you right-click, select all, so all the groups are selected. Hold down Control, double-click, and then use the arrow up and down arrows or enter a number to change the tuning. So Shift is semitones, and Tune is cents for the fine tuning. And that's how you retune the sounds. So if you want to change the envelope of any sound, once again, right-click, right-click, select all, click Sounds, press plus to create a new sound. The groups will automatically be assigned to the new sound, and now you can adjust the envelope. And that's pretty much all you need to know to use this. You can read the manual for more details. Now, if you're on a really slow computer, or if you want to do more elaborate output routing, or like tons of different snare variations or whatever, you can use multiple instances of the plugin. And if you do that, well, first of all, you'll need to understand how routing and folder tracks work in your DAW. And then you will go to Program Separate Track, and that has different routing for just the snare and tom so that it works properly. And you will not load the performance template first. You just go straight to presets or sorry, programs, separate track. And you can load the kick onto this instance. And then you're going to want to create another track and do the correct multi-channel routing so that the close mics are on here and the room mics are on here. And then do the same thing for the kick, do the same thing for the snare. Now, when you do the toms are fairly elaborate, so you will need to build the full multi-channel output, but you're only going to use the first 5. So you delete the rest. And then you can load whatever toms you select. And let's just confirm that that worked correctly. Create a MIDI track on the toms channel. Okay, insert MIDI item. Load the note names. Okay, and if you look over here while I press the keys, you'll see whoops. Oh yeah, that only has 3 toms. So some of them have 4, some have 5 or 6. Okay. Yeah, that's correct. That only has 3 toms. Okay, that should cover everything. And please consult the manual for more details. And thank you.